Hey gang, not 100% sure this is going to be my final thoughts from the porch video, but I just thought, why not try and do one, because I'm trying to do as many videos as I can before Christmas comes around. I can do for you guys that Christmas video from the same place where I did the Halloween decorations video. So I'm just going to try and come up with a few random thoughts to tell you guys about, and it's mostly just reflecting on 2023 in this town. And one of the things I can say that this town, it really has not improved. It's pretty much just been the same as it has been for a long time. And as much as I hate to say this, I don't think it would have really mattered who they were going to put in as mayor. This town was going to remain the same. There were still going to be dope heads running wild. There was still going to be all kinds of crime happening around here. Most of the bad guys were never going to be caught. Most of the bad guys were going to get away with everything. And of course, if your last name was Money, you were going to get away with stuff too. And this town has really taken a serious downhill slide since last year. I worked at the food pantry church for 6 weeks, and there were so many times I would hear that they would get somewhere between either less than 150 people or more than 150 people every week I worked there. And I just went, that's just not good for this town, because having that many people showing up at a little place like that trying to get boxes of food to feed their families for a week or so, that's just terrible, and just to see something like that happening, it's just like, my God, I don't believe it. But you got a lot of places around here that they want people who are just, yes people, butt kissers, suck-ups, whatever you want to call them. And if you try to show that you actually have a backbone and you're not willing to take a whole lot of crap from people, they don't want you, because they're going to consider you to be rebellious or troublemaker or something like that. And that's why more and more people keep leaving this town. And I'm really strongly believing that when people had said that, pretty much the people who voted for the previous mayor to be reelected didn't get their way, they took off out of town. And I have to be honest with you, I'm envious of anybody who leaves this town and finds a better life somewhere else. Which kind of brings me to my brother, who plans on coming back to somewhere here in Arkansas in the new year. No idea where he plans on, but I'm really praying to God he's not going to move back here, because I'm praying to God I'm going to be leaving here in 2024. Because I want to go home and be with my wonderful, beautiful wife, Sarah. I want to get out of here. I want to get a job. I want to get my life together. It's just not fair that you can't really get much of a job around here. I mean, the only two good paying jobs around here is right there at Walmart, but you got to work the late night shift, according to the neighbor, one of the neighbors over here. Or you work at Rockline, but they're so strict on the rules, they can't really keep many people working out there either. So if you try to get a job pretty much anywhere around here, it's just not worth it, because you may have it for a month or so, and the next thing you know, you quit or you get fired. Which brings me to somebody that I know who I gotta tell you guys a light story about this. I gotta kind of lighten up on this serious discussion. I knew this kid who went to work at KFC Taco Bell because his girlfriend worked there, and he was there for maybe a week or two, something like that. And he quit because he said everybody kept picking on him. I mean, if that's really the kind of thing that you have to look forward to around here, a bunch of people just want to quit for stupid, lame reasons. Well, you know what? Then this town isn't going to make it, because this town should have people that want to work and work hard. And the way I look at it, if somebody's going to pick on you, you fire back on all cylinders. Don't worry about. If somebody's going to bully you in some way, you got to fire back. You got to fight back. You don't have to do it physically. Just do it with words, and a lot of times they'll leave you alone. But I mean, it's but I mean, to have a life around this town, it's impossible. You can't really have much of a life around here. And with everything that's been going on around here, earlier this year I saw a cop pull somebody over at Casey's, and then after that, like maybe not even a minute later, the cop was already pulling into the station. That car that they pulled over looked like it was a nice looking car, and I thought, oh, probably somebody with money. And that's pretty much what happened. This town is never going to get any better. I don't see many of the people, a lot of the kids graduating in May going anywhere. And that's just how it is, unless they move out of here, unless they save their pennies and get out of here and go to a town where there's, like I said, better paying jobs and a better life somewhere. This is not a town where, you're going to have a great life. This is a town where it's going to suck the life right out of you, and you're just going to be like some kind of lifeless zombie where you're just walking around all the time doing nothing. And it doesn't matter if you try to do something nice for the town, you're still going to get sometimes literally spit on and treated badly, because you're trying to show people, like, look, I'm trying to do something nice for your worthless town. But and so it just upsets me that I walk around town picking up trash, and I mean, sure, I've not been literally spit on, but I mean, it just makes me mad that people want to do that Beautify Boonville crap, and then it turns out it's like, oh, that was worthless. That was a waste of time and money. You can't walk around this town anywhere without seeing cups from Sonic or McDonald's or something like that, or Subway, or wrappers from those same places, or plastic bags or something like that. And so really, I mean, the whole idea was a big failure. So really, just being here in this town, the only things that I can say that this town can really brag about doing any good for was having their girls softball team win a state championship, their high school band winning a state championship, and their high school football team winning a state championship. But their cheerleaders didn't. I think they came in like second or third or something like that, and I had to laugh at that. But really, just looking back on this year in this town, it just hasn't been the best year in the world. And I can only hope maybe 2024 things will turn around for this town, but I'm not holding my breath on it. I just can't see this town getting any better, gaining any more people, and definitely not bringing any businesses in here that is going to do this town any good. I mean, for crying out loud, that the old CV's building up there. When I did that video about the fridge contest they were trying to have, it didn't look like they had a lot of people up there anyway trying to compete for it. I mean, that place has been there since September. They're advertising for a contest this month, and it's like, that's desperation right there, folks. That's a small little company trying to get people to come in and put money into their business that can't be doing that good if they're trying to make a contest where it's something that pretty much everybody around this town already owns. But I don't know. I'd like to see 2024 be a better year for this town, but I just don't think it's going to get any better. Most of the kids graduating this year, like I said, I would like to see them go do something better with their lives, but I can probably guarantee you 90% of them are just going to stay here because they're going to do something stupid and wind up here for another 10, 20 years, probably get some girl pregnant, and then wind up having to pay child support payments, and then throw away everything because they don't have the brains enough to figure out that a diploma is something supposed to take you somewhere, but if you're going to do something extremely stupid, well, that's what happens. So I guess ultimately, this town, I don't think it's ever going to get any better. I don't think it's going to change. It's just going to continue to just go downhill no matter who's in charge of it, because nobody around here wants anything to change. I've been saying that for years, and I think that's just how it's always going to be. Nothing around here is going to change because nobody wants it to. You can't always blame the city council. You got to blame pretty much people of this town. What was that? Anyway, gang, I'm going to get on out of here because I think I depressed you guys long enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless you all. Hope you're having an awesome day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you like my videos, please feel free to subscribe. If you would, please go check out and subscribe to if you like the following channels: Reno Vega, Reno Wheat, Grease Monkey 2.0, Rebel Rocker, Lil B Fitness, Megan Coulter, Varina Price, Tyler 2071, and Amber's Syst. And let's really hope that 2024 is a better year for all of us, our friends, our family, and maybe, you know, for food, prices will go down a little bit more, because, you know, God knows I could really use a big bag of Twix candy bars, the peanut butter ones especially. Take care of yourselves. Try to be good. Try to be good yourself. Try to be good to others. Till we do this again, as always, stay strong and rock on.